talking effortlessly, always. We're talking effortlessly, always. We're here to brighten up your day. We're talking effortlessly, always.
Hey!
Oh dear.
So today's episode is about the wedding. And I'm gonna have Chris on the show so he can give his point of view. So just to let y'all know, this is Chris, and Chris is my husband. Say hey to the people.
Hello, everyone. Husband for 6 months, a proud, strong, healthy 6 months, and I'm happy about that.
Okay. So we're gonna do a couple of things today. Today we're gonna look at the video. And then we're gonna go over the PowerPoint presentation with like photos from the wedding. And we get to hear Chris's point of view about everything and how we did everything and put everything together and planning for our wedding during the pandemic and stuff like that. So here we go. This is the video. Share my screen. I actually can. Okay, so we're back. I got everything together. I'm sharing my screen with you all. We're gonna watch the video. You know, you can then say things while the video is playing. So here we go. This is our wedding video.
If God took me away today, I pray I did everything I could to honor you. And when I open my eyes, there's joy each day. What a blessing, I'm waking up next to you. Your kisses are a sweet surprise. Still can't believe you're in my life. The impossible is possible because of you. I will love you past forever. I'll do anything for you. I will do anything for you. Heart and soul, I'll do anything for you. You are my life. My life, one means us two. Yeah, yeah. I'll do anything for you.
What did I do to deserve someone as special as you? It's hard to believe, like a wonder lottery, having you and me. I will do the things I need to do, whatever it takes to prove to you that I'm never leaving your side. You never have to question, just know I will. I would do anything for you. And you are my life. What means us to anything for you.
You will never know how far my love will go. All the sacrifices you made to change my life.
Oh, you mean too much to me. I wish that you could see all the joy you bring to my life. I'll do anything for you. I would do anything
for you, baby. I'll do anything for you. Whatever you ask, whatever you want, I will.
I really do.
say we're flying down a path with no ending.
And I like that.
And if I die before I wake,
Extending perception.
ooh, don't let me wake up from this dream when we collide.
And I say that
When we collide, it's a beautiful disaster. But when I crash into you.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that I wish made it to that wedding day, our wedding day, but the whole pandemic made it a little difficult for most people. But it was still a very special day.
So, how did you feel about the planning of the wedding? Like how things had to change, stuff had to be based off the pandemic. It was so many different twists and turns. From your perspective, how was that?
Yeah, it was a disappointment because you go from having a wedding where you just have to show up, you know,
Right.
and go from that to having to plan now, you know. And we had a wedding planner, Miss Tiffany Edmond, who did a phenomenal job. She helped take the load off of us, but it was still a headache because the original plans were for us to be on a cruise. And when you have a cruise wedding, you literally just show up dressed, you know, and they handle everything else. They have an option of foods that you choose from, and you just pick that. You know, it's 3 options. It's not a lot to choose from. So it was a lot easier. We want that one and we want that one. You know, pay the money and that's pretty much it. But when we're planning and dealing with a wedding planner, you know, oh man, the amount of people changes, because on the cruise ship it's only 50 people, you know, and that's a good excuse. Man, I'm sorry I didn't invite you. 50 people, I'm sorry, you know. But now when you're at a venue, you can actually invite a lot more people, which means a bit more of a headache. And that's a good headache to have, because you have this many people that is willing to support you. But when they don't show up, it's like it hits differently, like a lot of people say. It just hits differently. But it's the reason they didn't show up isn't because they didn't want to come. It's because of the whole COVID thing, and you know, and their safety, and that's totally understandable. Totally understandable. But the change of having it on a cruise versus in a venue was a major difference as far as stress level, as far as just putting everything together. It was just challenges that I wasn't aware of. I wish I would have got a heads up on that, but it's just one of those things you have to go through for yourself, you know. And at the end of the day, it's for your wedding, which is a big deal. So although these were stresses, although these were things that I could say kept me up at night, these were good problems to have. I would rather have these problems than problems that a lot of other people have in their daily walk of life, you know. So these were good problems to have. So I'm not mad at any of it. But if I could change anything, I'll probably change a few things, you know. Just having it on a cruise, just making life a little bit more easier for me. I guess starting a little bit earlier, that was a thing, you know. It's funny because when I think about how my wedding would go, it actually did not go as I envisioned it to go, you know. But there were things in the wedding that I would have never imagined would happen for me on my day, on our day. For instance, having you surprised me with the song. Like I would have never imagined that. I never even thought about that, you know. So there were a lot of things that happened on that day that just I'll never forget. I'll just never ever forget, you know. Walking down after the ceremony is done, walking down and actually laying eyes on cousin Jeff, laying eyes on cousin Kara. Like that's a staple. That's stuck there. It's stuck in my heart, you know, because when you say that you're going to show up from the beginning, I know I'm way off topic. I'm sorry, but when I speak about the wedding, I just I'm passionate about it because it was my best day of my life. So it's very easy to talk about, and I'm not a talker. So, but to walk down that aisle and see, you know, people, specifically cousin Jeff and cousin Kara and their family, it's like they never bend. They never ever just shook. Nothing shook them. Nothing shook them about being present at our wedding, despite the changes. And for that just they really have a special place in my heart, because that just to have that kind of support is so necessary. That nothing shake you support. I'll be there no matter what kind of support. It's so necessary in life, man. Not just for a wedding, but in life, just to have people behind you. I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to go off into something totally different. I want to stay on the path.
Yeah. And so, what you sipping on?
I'm sipping on water. Water, honestly. I actually haven't. I had 2 bottles of water. I try to stick with my gallon a day. So I'm actually behind quite a bit, but I'm gonna get that gallon in before the day is up. So I'm sipping on water.
Sipping on some water. I didn't bring anything to sip on because I want to be focused.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is our photo shoot. We had a photo shoot before the wedding. I guess it's like the proposal photo shoot.
Yeah.
But you had already proposed. But this was our photo shoot. It was hands down one of my favorite pictures of this. I love the picture. My brother-in-law, his brother Don.
Shout out to Don and shout out to
A Moment in Time,
man. A Moment in Time photography, man. He's doing his thing.
Yeah. So, this is the Unity candle, also my shoes that I picked out, and my bouquet, and our invitation. We got our invitations off Etsy. I'll add that information on the YouTube page for people that like the invitation. You might want to use the person. So we got those from Etsy. Shoes came from Macy's. The bouquet was from Amazon, and the Unity candle was from your mom. Where'd she get that from?
She got the Unity candle from church, man. We're Catholic, and that's just a staple in weddings, you know, that having that Unity candle, and it's ours forever, you know. So you would light it on special occasions like an anniversary, a birthday, something like that. But yeah, that's something special.
How did you like the invitation?
I love the invitations. It was something that I've never seen before. I've never seen invitations like that. I've never received like a lot of invitations, so it's not like I'm going off of a broad list of invitations that I'm judging. But I can easily say about 8 invitations, and I've never seen anything like that you can use as an invitation. It separates, and you can use that back picture as a picture for the picture for the refrigerator, or you can get a frame, something like that. So I thought that was pretty cool.
So this is our venue, and it was in Cypress, Texas. It was called the Springs at Cypress. We love the venue. Oh my God, it's an amazing venue. I think we did a good job.
I think we did a really good job. I do wish we took more pictures outside the venue, like really capture that venue, because for that day, this is my house. You know what I'm saying? So for this day, I really wish I took more advantage of the balcony, of the different rooms, you know, because this is my house. This is my Airbnb. This is my venue. This is my hotel. This, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for 12 hours, we had this venue, right? Longer than that? 7 to 12.
It might have been.
Or 9 to 12. Either
it was
way,
like a whole day.
It was a whole day.
Yeah.
It was a whole day, but I don't think we capitalized off of the beauty of this venue. It was beautiful.
I love the venue. This is actually inside the venue, like our little setup. Thank you, Tiffany. She came up with this. Edmond Elite Events. Mm-hmm. Use her. She's awesome. Black owned. So shouts out to Tiffany and Gabe and Edmond Elite Events. Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, that was our little setup at our little honeymoon fun. This came with the venue, that base in the middle. I thought that was dope because it was elegant within itself. And Miss Mary, she picked those candle holders. Mm-hmm. She picked those candle holders out. So thank you, Miss Mary. Just a couple of little pictures of different things. That's our cake. Funny backstory behind the cake. David went to pick the cake up and he was like, is that how it's supposed to look? Because it's a naked cake. So naked cakes kind of show the cake. So he felt like they didn't ice the cake properly. But that's what we requested. So anyway, that's a naked cake. We got that from H-E-B. H-E-B has the best cakes for a good price. So if you're shopping for your wedding on a budget, I would recommend H-E-B cakes. And if you're not in Texas, because I think H-E-B is only in Texas. If you're in like Georgia or something, Publix has the best cakes. Anyways, so that's us lighting the unity candle. And when we lit the unity candle, that was like us uniting our vows, I guess.
Right. Yeah. And another side story, my little cousin, she was the flower girl, but you know, unfortunately she was running a little late, which is fine. I mean, things happen, you know, but our wedding coordinator used her in a different way, which I thought was amazing. So instead of her walking down the aisle, you know, dropping the flowers like a flower girl should, she came with the lighter, the flame for our candles. And the candles. Yeah. For us to light the unity candle. So I thought that they utilized her still, because how brokenhearted would you be if you knew that your daughter was in the wedding, you bought the wedding dress and you got her, I mean, she was gorgeous. She was absolutely gorgeous. And she didn't get a chance to be gorgeous and be the center of attention. You know, that would be very disappointing. But our wedding coordinator is so sharp. She was able to utilize her in a different way where she could still be the center of attention and still be glamorous and gorgeous as she was.
Mm-hmm. We also had our mask too up there.
Yeah. In that picture down, there's a picture for people that's not actually looking at this video and just listening. There's a picture down to the bottom left from the photo shoot that my brother had. And it's a beautiful, beautiful shot of us in his backyard. Man, you can't really tell, but we were literally in his backyard. So you don't need much. You don't need all of these wild props and stuff like that. You can just, simplicity is key with me. You know, I try to keep it simple. But Akila was talking about the wedding cake and the naked cake and how cost efficient it was by going to H-E-B. But even still, I say that to say, if we would have had this wedding on the ship, all of these costs that we're having would have vanished because they supply all of that. You literally show up. So that's another thing with the, as far as the differences go, you know, it was cost efficient being on the ship versus the venue, because you're having to supply these things
Right.
now.
Do your research.
Yeah.
So this is the dress.
Beautiful dress.
My cousin Evans. Shout out to Evans. Evans.
E3.
E3, yeah. Evans actually, we got together. I told him what I wanted. I gave him like some examples, and we went shopping for the fabric. And it was a long process, but we got the dress from, he literally hand sewed my dress, which is awesome.
That's art, man.
Yeah. So it was a 3-piece dress. This picture doesn't do it any justice because it had the dress, the underdress, and then the cape. So I got it all listed there. And the fabric, I literally had, I went to all the fabric stores in Houston, Atlanta. I was actually gonna fly out to New York, but I didn't make it to New York because I found it in Atlanta. Thank God. So when I found it, I knew that was the one for me. And I bought it. And Evans hand sewed everything. Had a couple of little glitches, but I got it situated. What did you think about the dress? Because you knew the process. Mm-hmm. What did you think? Like, what was your thoughts when you finally saw the dress?
I didn't know in detail the process. Okay. I just knew that it was a long process. Mm-hmm. I knew that it was a process. I knew that it was work. I didn't know until after the fact that it was hand stitched. So the question, my initial thought when I seen you, my initial thought was that you were glowing, like you just looked gorgeous. I was focused on you more than the dress.
Okay.
So when I looked at you, when I locked on you, I didn't want to take my eyes off of you, right? So as everything was settling with me, is when I was able to acknowledge the dress. Okay, like you was halfway down the aisle before I mentally acknowledged the dress.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when I got to that point, I started to actually look at the details and just admire the dress, not knowing that it was hand stitched, right? Just looking at, wow, this is like a really nice dress, like it's beautiful. But when you realize that this thing is hand stitched, it takes it to another level with me, you know. My appreciation for the dress was already up there, right? Like it was already at 100. But knowing that the E3 hand stitched this dress specifically to fit your body, tailored to you and you only. It puts the status of the dress, of the art, just so much higher for me. I would want to see this dress in a museum. Like that's what I mean by it's up there with me. You know, like you don't just box this up and put it in the closet and let it sit for 20 years. You know what I mean? It's that beautiful of a dress that I would like to see this dress displayed. That's just me, though. That's my thoughts. I always say it was a gorgeous dress. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous dress.
The funniest part was when I brought the dress home. Because I flew to Atlanta and then I had to bring it home. So I had brought it home in the bag and stuff like that. And I had to go to David's Bridal to get a couple of things fixed on it. It was really simple. But as I'm taking the dress, I remember Chris was like, I mean, how many dresses is it?
Yeah.
I forgot.
It was layered. I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know it was layered. So it was like 3 different parts of one
dress.
dress.
Because I told him I had to leave a piece of it. He was like, a piece of the dress? Because I had to leave just one, the underdress. Anyway, the underdress at David's Bridal. Because they had to take in some things and put some things down, whatever. And I brought the cape and the other piece of the dress back home because that was hand stitched. They couldn't do anything with that. They told me that. They said it was hand stitched. We can't, and it's embroidered, so we can't do anything. But I wanted a little sexy with the dress. It wasn't as sexy as I would have liked it to be. So that's why I took it to David's Bridal and they did a couple of little alterations. And they did an awesome job too. So they just altered my underdress, which was just like a satin white dress. And it was nothing fancy about it, but it was a little too high in the neckline. That was it. But I'm glad you liked the dress. And I love the dress. The neckline issue was a slight issue, but I got it resolved, so no big deal. But other than that, I love the dress, and I felt like it was very classy and elegant, and I think it fits my personality. All right, so these are the guys.
Yeah. Akey actually helped me with the suits. Yeah, man. I actually had all of my brothers and my 2 nephews. I kept it simple, man. As groomsmen, and they're all good men to me. So I had all of them as my best men, including the Karita. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this photo shoot. Again, man, everything just happened so fast because I could have really took advantage of utilizing the outside of this venue so much more. Imagine us being so far out where you can see the entire venue, you know, that would have been way better, you know. But again, man, for anybody that's getting married and you already have a venue, I would recommend having a vision of how you want your photo shoot to go. It's so many steps to this, you know. But I would definitely, at the very least, have a vision of how you want your photo shoot to go. Write it down or something. So when that day comes, you're not scatterbrained. You already know how you want your photo shoot to go. Even if it's a 45-minute photo shoot, you know that you want to have the venue in the background. You know, you can tell them this. You know, instead of waiting until after the fact, like, man, I wish the venue was in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Or, there was a lake right on side. Man, I wish I would have got pictures of the lake, If you already know what your venue has, at least have a vision, write that down of your photo shoot and present that when the photographer comes. I'm not mad at this shot. It's a beautiful shot.
Or email it to him ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Before,
absolutely.
So he can have it on hand. And then just have an extra copy with you.
Right.
Just in case he say, I didn't get that, So you'll always be prepared. Or have your wedding coordinator help us wait for you. This is the Bride Tribe. Of course, Lo, my co-host there, she's there.
What's up, Lo?
And Carrie.
Lo the homie.
That's my friend
Carrie.
That I met in Kuwait. Like I met Chris in Kuwait. And then my sister-in-law, both of them, Kel and Wanda. I really am glad that they were able to be a part of the wedding. I couldn't imagine the wedding without them. And this was so cool for me because Kel and Adonis, my brother and sister-in-law, actually sung the song that I picked to walk down the aisle. The song has gotten popular now too. I'm kind of like, dang, it ain't unique. I felt like it was unique before the wedding, but now it's like everywhere. So PJ Morton and
I'm not sure.
Lettucey and PJ Morton, I Would Do Anything For You. They sung that. They did an awesome job. It was weird because during the wedding, I didn't pay attention to the song. I was paying attention to just everything else other than them singing. But when I went back to look at the video, it just brought tears to my eyes because they did such a great job. So what did you think as they were singing? Because you actually got to see them sing it from the beginning to end, right?
Mm-hmm. So I wasn't even aware that was the surprise for me. And I'm actually very easy to surprise, but someone just needs to work on it. That's all I can say. But she executed this surprise quite well because I had no idea of the song. in my head, I'm thinking she's probably gonna be a Stevie Wonder song. She know I like Stevie, and it wasn't nothing like that. It was something new, it was something fresh, and it was something that I absolutely love. I'm a big fan of PJ Morton, a huge fan. I like his style, I like his delivery, and I also see that he is a fan of Stevie Wonder by the way he sounds. That's someone that he studied. So, anyways, I say that to say, man, Adonis and my sister Kel executed this song to the T. When I heard the very first part of the song, the music, I knew what it was, and I just knew that these two together I knew they was gonna kill it, and they did exactly that, man. They brought it. Adonis is a phenomenal vocalist, and my sister LaDonna, who was pregnant, still is, by the way. And she, even though being pregnant, she still executed this song flawlessly. I have to listen to them sing this particular song or watch this video. I have to do this in what's the word, in moderation, I guess, because I don't want to ever let that get old. You know, I don't want to watch it too much to where it's old to me. So this is probably my third time watching this video, and I get to hear the song, and not them singing, but I get to hear the song. Even the song alone, I try not to. It's special, you know. That's in a box to me, right? So when I watch this video and I hear this song, I get to open up that box and I get to relive it for a moment, you know. Let alone the actual video of them singing, you know. I get a chance to relive and open up that box and just cherish the moment. And when it's done, I close the box, I lock it, and I put it back in my heart, like type of thing. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. It sounds so cheesy, but that's how I am with this day, with the footage, with the video, with everything, literally everything. Yeah. So beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful. I wish I could have, because I walked down the aisle, so I was kind of focused on that. But looking at the video when I saw it on Facebook, and people was like, "Man, your wedding made me cry," and I was like, "Why was they crying?" It was people that I really didn't even know like that. But when I revisited the video myself, I was crying because everything was so nice, and the song really brought tears to my eyes. So I want to thank them, even though it's been a while, you know. But I want to thank them for being a part of this event and our wedding and doing an awesome job and taking their job serious. People took their job serious, very man. Serious. I appreciate that. So this is a ceremony, and like I mentioned before, Jameson Melrose, that's our first cousin, on Miss Mary's side, and he was the officiant, and our wedding was his first wedding that he ever did. So he's gonna always remember our wedding for that. I mean, he probably would have remembered it anyway, but now that's gonna go down in his books, forever.
That was important for me because Jameson Malbro, like she said, is my first cousin. But watching him grow into the man that he is, and taking on such a serious title, you know, him being a reverend now, that's something that you don't take lightly. And knowing his background and looking at him now, you don't have to be a product of your upbringing. You don't have to live that lifestyle, you know. And just looking at him now, man, I'm so fortunate to see the growth in him. Mm-hmm. So when I found out that, you know, he actually got, you know, he actually answered his calling, it was a no-brainer for me to have him as the officiant, because that was just a big deal for me, a big deal for the family, you know. And I just enjoyed having him, and he enjoyed, you know, being deficient. It was awesome. It was really awesome.
Thank you, Jamie.
JD.
This is me walking down the
Gorgeous.
aisle.
Oh, love.
Okay. I really like my makeup too. My makeup artist. I'll put all that in the YouTube. But she did an awesome job. I gave her a picture of what I wanted. She executed it with no problem. She did her thing. She actually does microblading. She do a lot of stuff. So I'm definitely gonna put her information on the YouTube. Thank you.
One thing I liked about everything is that yes, you had on makeup, but it was so natural, and I love natural. Your hair.
Oh, my hair.
Hold on, man. Let me have this. See, you didn't open up the box, you know?
Yeah.
Now that you opened up the box, like I'm reliving all of this stuff, you know? And this box is so important to me, man. So I get to pinpoint. I'm having a moment, man. I get to pinpoint that because you had bought some hair. You actually bought a wig. And deep down, I really didn't want you to wear that because that's not how I see you, right? I see you in your natural being all the time. And that's how I love you, in your natural self, you know? So when I actually seen you walk down the aisle and I seen you, like, this is all you. This is all you, you know? And none of that was bought. That, like, you know, and I'm not against it, you know, because you only get married, well, some people get married more than once, but, you know, this is a moment, you know? And you took it upon yourself to be natural. That was a big deal for me.
So you knew that was, how did you know?
Because I know my wife.
Oh.
What you mean, man? Get on.
No, but I'm saying you thought I was gonna have the wig on? Or?
Yeah, man. Them wigs ain't cheap, man. It was not cost efficient.
Spent a lot of money.
It was not cost efficient and didn't even use it. It's sitting in the
Haven't
closet.
even used it since.
You can put that in the trash now.
No, I'm keeping my wig. But the wig is a nice wig, but I didn't think that it would go with my day. So
no lie, it is a nice wig. I'm not even gonna front. It did look natural. It did.
Natural.
But it's not natural.
It wasn't natural.
It wasn't. But it did look nice on you. I will say that. But I'm really glad you didn't wear it.
Kendra, shout out to Kendra. She was like, she didn't want me to wear a wig either. She was like, no, that's not you.
That's not you. Yeah. Like seriously. Prior to Chris, that was probably you. That's, you know, you do you.
No,
but now that you
never
with
has
Chris,
been me.
see,
I never wore wigs.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, I do know that.
Come on now. But anyway, so shout out to Kendra. She did my hair. She did it like quick, easy.
Oh, Kendra, and Lo, man.
Oh yeah.
And Carrie, man. Even y'all may not hear this, but I'm gonna say it, man. Thank you. 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. Thank you, because you guys made it go as smoothly as it did for Akey. So for that, man, big thank you, man. Big thank you.
That's my shot. Look at my baby. Why are you looking so serious?
That was a moment, man. So as I wanted to be loose, I just wasn't. I compare this to, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I compare this to skydiving. I did skydive once in my life, and it was right before I jumped out of that plane. I had a feeling of letting it all go. Whatever happens, you know, I'm letting it all go. And when I have moments in life where things are just out of my hands, at this moment, it has started. Whatever happens from this moment on is out of my hands, and I am letting it all go. And I thought I was smiling. This is my let it all go face. If you look at my photos from skydiving, I thought I was smiling sitting down in the plane. I literally let it all go. And that is apparently that is my let it all go face. Yeah.
Okay, I never knew that. Take a good look
Take a
at
good
it.
look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
the let it all go
Yeah.
face. Okay.
Yeah.
This was after we had got married.
Yeah.
We was done.
The ceremony is now complete. We signed our wedding certificate.
Yep.
And we're actually looking at everybody and thanking everybody that's in the audience. And this is actually not my favorite picture, but I am totally fine with it because I literally just noticed Jeff, Kara, my aunts, and I did not want to cry, but those were just tears of joy, man. I was just so happy, and it showed, man. Again, you opening the box, so so man, it was just special just to see the people support you. You know, they supported us. They was there despite the pandemic, despite everything. They showed up, man. And this isn't to diss anybody. No. I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just so grateful. That's it. I'm just blessed, man. Blessed just to have the support system from the support system that we have, man. It was just amazing. Easily the best day of my life.
Yeah, I like this picture because I remember when he did shake Kira's hand and he started crying. I was like, oh. And just seeing everybody, like you said, that did come and support.
Yeah.
I can even like see people on here, like my friend Sharita, she's right there, and then my cousin T.E.A. You know, they showed up, man. Yeah. They said they was coming, and they came, and I am forever grateful for everybody who came, and even the people that were unable to come that sent gifts. We're grateful for you as well, and even the people that just watched on Facebook and sent your blessings.
Because that's still supporting.
Yeah.
You gave us some of your time. Mm-hmm. You know, you watched this. You took out, I don't know, an hour of your day just to watch us and be in agreement with us, you know.
And even the people that watched it later. Thank you too, you know. So we're just thankful and grateful for everybody who supported and just sent their positive energy out.
There's the flower girl with her gorgeous self. That dress was everything, man. You see that coat. You see her the hairstyle with the pigtails. That I don't know. Like
braids.
Okay, but yeah, man, gorgeous. And then you got my little man Zayden, man, with his cool self.
Zayden, Zayden, he actually rolled the runner down.
Yeah,
he did his thing. Go ahead, Zayden.
Really good job.
And these are our parents that were there on the day. I'm missing my daddy, but he was unable to come, but he was there
due to the pandemic, because he would have been there. He definitely would have been there.
So I'm gonna make sure that we have another event so I can get a picture with my mama and daddy and your mom and dad too, so they can all be in one picture. But that's my mom, that's Miss Miriam, and that's Mr. Don.
Miss Shirley, I gotta tell y'all one quick. She just has the sweetest soul, man. I'm big off of energy, right? Like I gotta feel your energy. I groove with your energy. Miss Mary, that's my mom. Miss Shirley has such a genuine and such a beautiful soul. Her energy is just amazing, to say the least. She's awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky, man. She's awesome.
She be listening. So shout out to you, mama, because my mama be listening to my podcast, honey. I really like this picture. I thought it was cute. Yeah. And that was everybody, the bride, tribe, and the grooms, and Flower Girl, and everybody that was in our party. So thank everybody for participating.
Man. Big shout out to everybody, man. Everybody came through. It was beautiful. But I want to also touch on again the photos. I also recommend, man, look on YouTube and copy some poses that you may like. Like, man, this is a nice pose. Mm-hmm. You know, this is different. You know, this is something I would have never thought of. And copy and paste that on a folder of yours so you can present this to your photographer, like let's recreate what this couple did.
Right.
I think that's a good idea. I really wish I would have done that, man. So our pictures won't be the normal pictures that you see in the photo album. It'll be something different, you know. And I'm all about just trying to be different. Like this particular, I love this picture. It's a great picture, but I've seen it before. You've seen it before. Everybody's seen, you know, a photo like this before. But I still like it. It was our turn to have the cliche, I guess.
Yeah.
It was beautiful still.
And I had liked this picture too. She actually showed her pregnancy and everything. And everybody, like I said, he has his little mask. We don't always remember it. All
right.
of it.
Like we got married during a pandemic. Mm-hmm. Like, wow. Like that happened. Wow.
And nobody got COVID.
Nobody.
Thank God. I really like this picture. This is one of my favorites. And I even put like a little quote under it. Prayer is essential for a vibrant relationship with God, and it's just as vital for a healthy, vibrant marriage.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, we want our marriage to be healthy and vibrant as it is. We want to continue that. So we need to have a good relationship with God to do that. But yeah, I like the picture because it was real praying and putting our energies together. We're both positive energy people.
That is true.
This picture was okay. You know, it's not one of my favorites, but what about you?
I like it. I like it.
That's your letting it all go face again, huh?
I guess it is, right? I guess it is. I like this photo. I didn't know you had this photo. I feel like it's the first time I've seen this particular photo, but it's a nice picture. If we can get this thing edited, it'll be even better.
What would you edit?
I would cut out the windows.
To the arm.
Yeah. It's oh man, it's beautiful. I probably cut that out too. Mm-hmm. And it'd be just this. Yeah.
That's us cutting our cake. Nobody ate the cake, guys. Shaniva Lowe said she didn't even know we had a cake. I was blown away. I was like, how you didn't know we had a cake? But we still have that top tier, and we're gonna cut it on our anniversary next year. So
that was our cost efficient cake.
Yes.
It was good too.
And we didn't even taste the top because the top was red velvet. Yeah. And I shouldn't do it that way because that kind of looks weird. You know, the top is red and the other pieces are cream. I don't even know if anybody noticed it. But if you're gonna get a naked cake, don't get red velvet because that kind of looks weird. So anyways, but I wanted us to have a different cake to taste for our anniversary. That's why I picked the top in red velvet.
But in this photo, you can also see the candy apple. Shout out to Angel. Sweet Mama Sweets. What is it? Sugar Mama Sweets, man. She did her thing, man. Her candy apples are next level. You'll probably never taste a better candy apple. I'm gonna be honest with you. We had cake pops. We had Rice Krispie treats, chocolate covered Rice Krispie, white chocolate covered
Rice Krispie treats. We had turtles, white
chocolate turtles, next level, man. I don't know if y'all ready for all of that, man. Yeah, man. Like, but we everything was happening that day, and the very next day, all we wanted to do was sit down and enjoy a candy apple.
We had the caramel ones. They were caramel with nuts, and then they had white chocolate, like little lines on it. So, I mean, and the caramel was perfect. Like, it wasn't too hard. Yeah. She did her thing. Shout out to Angel, Edmond. And I was sleeping on her, man. I had some candy apples from somebody. I was like, candy apples is candy apples. No, it's not. Mm-hmm. Her candy apples are really good.
Yeah, she got busy. Busy on that candy apple.
Yeah, and we have a video. I'm gonna put it on our YouTube too. I haven't did it yet, but I'm gonna put our video of us eating the candy apple. That was an ASMR moment. Yeah. For real. Another picture of us eating cake. I think that was all we ate of the cake, huh?
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
Yeah,
literally.
like 2 hours.
I will say this though, the soup, I like it, but
But
man, I done did some traveling. I've been quite a few places. I went to Thailand and I got me some tailor-made suits, and I know how a suit's supposed to fit, right? So I just wasn't satisfied with the way it fit on me.
because you never mentioned the place.
Yeah, should I?
If you don't like the suit, then no, I guess
No,
not.
I ain't gonna throw them under the bus like that. But I wish, as you got a tailor-made dress, I wish I would have got a tailor-made suit.
Yeah.
You know, something that I could say, was mine. But the route that we took was cost efficient.
Yes. It was cost efficient.
Yeah. So all in all, it was all good. But yeah. I like a nice suit that fits right, that fits the way it should. I don't think that would be good. But it's all good. You made me look good. So.
Oh, thank you, babe. So that concludes our episode of Talking Effortlessly Always. And thank you for joining us on our journey to getting married during a pandemic. I actually did a video with with Lo before. We're gonna have that episode. Then we're gonna. I think I might release this episode first, but I don't know. Stay tuned to see what I do. This is gonna be on the YouTube along with the one with Lo on the YouTube, and we're gonna have so many more episodes with Chris because Chris is so awesome, right?
I am
so awesome. Anyway, so. Thank you, Chris.
Man, it's my pleasure, man. I enjoyed this, man. I'm looking forward to doing many more projects with you.
Yes, because Chris came up with the intro. I feel like it's an awesome intro. I got a shirt made that says it. We're talking effortlessly.
Hold on, man. You got to get close.
So, could you sign us off with a little something? A little something. Come on, baby.
We're talking effortlessly always. We're talking effortlessly always. We're here to brighten up your day. We're talking effortlessly always.
Thank you again. Please like, subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.